Hey guys, how's it going? Mike Tannick here. Welcome to version 1.0 of Empyrion Galactic Survival. Today's the big day. The big day that, well, at least Elion's been waiting for. I don't know about the rest of us. Now, before I start, I do want to clarify. I know that just go to any comment section anywhere where there's Empyrion, and there's a massive dust up right now between the player base and Elion. I am of the camp that I want to see Elion do good, and I want to see Empyrion do good, and obviously the two go hand in hand. So that is where my criticisms come from, and there are a lot of people out there who are just trying to firebomb Elion, and there's a lot of anger out there and opinions from people who it seems that they just want to see the game burn to the ground. And that is not where I'm coming from. That is not constructive or helpful. So let's see. What did we get new, guys? Drum roll. Drum roll. Not much. We got almost... This is probably one of the smallest updates that we've seen in quite some time. This is more like a hot fix than a 1.0 release. And a lot of people are upset about that. I am mostly baffled. I'm mystified by this. Because this update, what we got from it, does not match up with this momentous occasion that Elion built this up to be. They released this on the 5th anniversary to the day, on August 5th. That is when the game came out in 2015. So to them, I know that this is a huge deal. They are finally going 1.0, and in that, they are ditching the early access tag, which often leads to messiness and people not liking it. And in that, if you don't know, I'm not going to get into all of it. Developers who are in Steam's early access program are subject to, there's a lot of legal messiness there that they have to deal with between them and Steam or Valve, and sometimes even the players when things go wrong. So moving out of that releases them from all that messiness, but it also releases Elion from a lot of responsibility. And we've all seen it. A game that we kind of liked or were interested in left early access, went 1.0, and then dropped dead. And I think that the size of this update and what they addressed isn't going to help quench those flames of anger that, they're walking away from the game. I personally don't believe it. I don't think they're walking away. I think they're going to continue to develop this because they have a potential goldmine on their hands. This isn't a junk game. However, the changes, again, are not proportional to the kind of momentous occasion that this should be. Actual changes, not just bug fixes, changes. Neutron Star, they added accreditation disk. That's only visual update. They changed plant life check conditions. Okay. Marketplace, they added a check to catch and fix negative prices. And an update to the Invader versus Defender scenario if anyone even plays that. The rest of these are just bug fixes and not anything that major except for, a lost ship after warp. That's kind of a big deal to a lot of people. But it's obvious, it's clear to me, and I think everyone else, that this 1.0 update is not for the existing player base. And I'm not upset by that. As a developer, their job is to attract new players, new attention to this game. Pardon me. And that's just what they're doing. And they're well within their rights to do so. But, when you have a player base that's been there for 5 years, a lot of us have been here for 5 years. I got the game, I think, around Christmas time of 2015. So not immediately when it came out, but close enough to 5 years. So you get people who are very possessive of the game, and I'm careful not to do that. I do feel some ownership over the game because it's been our baby this whole time. I've been watching it grow up through all of the alpha phases, and I'm looking at this from the developer's perspective. They have every right to do this, to get to 1.0, try to make that money, try to and hopefully they do make that money in order to put back into the game, into its development. To me, that is a good thing. What I want to see Empyrion avoid, and I think they've done a fairly good job of this, is a lot of developers fall into that trap when they're in early access of judging their product development and quality by other games in early access and comparing them. There is a big difference between, is this a good early access game and is this a good game? And I hope that, they're not falling into that trap. Like I just said, I'm repeating myself here, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say. To be fair, I think we've all played games that got released immediately to 1.0 that were nowhere near as good as Empyrion. And, a lot of that is a Steam thing. Steam's quality control is in the tank. I think everybody knows that. Seems to be sometimes a conspiracy that, junk developers make junk that they know Steam will sell. They make money and we're left holding the bag. I don't think that this is that conspiracy, clearly. I think they've worked hard for this. They are a 7-person team, Empyrion. 7 people have made this game. They deserve 1.0, but we, the player base, also deserve a little more attention than this. What did we get new? Besides that, we got an all-new trailer, again, aimed at new players. So let's have a look at the trailer real quick.
In an infinite galaxy, there are 2 options: survive or die. I came here alone, before the others. I harvested the resources I needed to carve out a life, to craft a future, to endure the unknown. The journey was long. I explored new frontiers, discovered new planets, and new threats. But you cannot survive alone. So together, we built anew. Our talents are deep. The technology at our disposal evolves, but with expansion comes conflict. And the cost of failure is catastrophic.
Very dramatic.
We chose our path. We build together. We fight together. We survive together. The journey was long. The journey continues. Empyrion. Out now for PC on Steam.
Okay, good. Now, obviously, guys, nothing new there. Nothing new, except for at the end, where was it? They showed the planet. Let's go here. They showed the new planet. Right there.
Continues. Empyrion.
Okay, I'm not going to keep going back to it. Obviously, that's new. That's the Legacy homeworld, I believe. Unless there's other planets like that. So, again, guys, not aimed at existing players. Obviously aimed at new players. And there's nothing misleading in there for the game trailer. Most of that was in-game footage, not, engine footage or whatever. So, in the end, I'm just treating this like... I'm not going to get my hopes up again. I'm going to say that. I'm just treating this as if it's in another phase of alpha development. They can 1.0 it all they want. I don't have any inside information, guys. I did reach out to Empyrion today. I haven't heard anything back yet. I did pose them some questions, so if they do get back to me, on the off chance that they do, I will post that. And that could provide a little more insight than what we have here, because I'm only going off of our source material. So love it or hate it, I think the moral of the story is chill out, relax. It's just a tag. It's just a tag. Like they said, we've removed the alpha tag from the build number as this term was tied to early access phase. This update was for the developers, not for us. Okay? It didn't wipe our games, and as far as I know, it didn't break anything because I am able to still play, and I'm going to play after this. We're going to continue our playthrough, which, if you guys are new here, I encourage you to check out if you like. So yeah, guys, at the end of the day, give them a chance, I say. Of course, I'm ever the optimist. I want it to work, and I think that it will. I think that we can expect probably these trickle updates, just like this. I don't think we're going to get a big drastic rollout of what the end game is supposed to look like. I think we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing for the past 5 years, and that's where I'm going to place my expectations. And if you want to keep your sanity, I encourage you to do the same. Thanks for listening to my take on it. Thank you all for watching. I will hopefully see you in my next video. Mike Tannick out.